Hey guys, how y'all doing today? Tyler here, AnsRack50, and welcome to a Bloons TD Battles video. After months and months of waiting, update 4.6 is finally going to be coming out. It's balance changes, but it's an update nonetheless. So let's take a look at these balance changes and see if they're going to make much a difference to the game and how much. Alright, first one here. Ninja Monkey 3.0 double shot price increase from 550 to 700. And they say like the double shot upgrade a little too value at a low cost, easily holding off those space pink / black rushes. Its price change helped make the tower more balanced overall. So Ninja Monkey is one of those towers that's really good late game, right? Really fucking good late game. But Ninja Kiwi buffed it early game a while ago, and they buffed a lot of stuff of it early game so that it was actually pretty good early game. And you could bring Ninja Farm and any third tower. Glue, Sniper, Spike Factory is a bit harder. But Glue or Sniper and wreck shop with it because the Ninja was really good early game. So I guess what's going on here is that they're just increasing the price of the double shot, so it's harder to survive earlier with Ninja, and you can't just coast on it super easily. You need a good third supporting tower such as Mortar. So let's take a look at the Ninja Mortar strategy, right? You're gonna have $150 less on farms and more on ninjas, which could potentially snowball into worse farming early on, and that will be accentuated with further upgrades to show. Further balance changes. So yeah, I mean, I like this change right now. It's not overly impressive. You'll still be able to use Ninja. It's just going to be a bit harder to afford it, and you won't just be able to plop it down in any strategy, which I don't think is good for any tower. You don't want a tower that is just the jack of all trades and can do anything. I mean, it'll still technically be able to defend balloons. It'll just be, a bit more costly. Alright, next up, speaking of Ninja Farm Mortar, we got the Mortar Tower here with two price nerfs. First one is a Signal Flare, with the price being increased to 550 to 750. And also the Artillery Battery, price increase from 7,000 to 8,000. So Signal Flare price increase, that's 200. I was hoping there'd be a Burning Stuff price nerf, to be honest, because I think the Burning Stuff is slightly more impactful than the Signal Flare, because I mean, the Burning Stuff is when all this damage is added. The Mortar will do 1 damage of balloon popping and then 3 extra damage of Burning Stuff. And the Signal Flare just allows you to get camo. So, I mean, the price decrease here, it's not bad. And while, I mean, of course, it still costs more and it's an indirect buff to 0.4. The 0.4 got its own price nerf, which is $1,000, which will make selling and rebuying Mortar ability a bit more draining, which is a step in the right direction. A lot of people could just sell and rebuy the Mortar abilities, quite a bit when defending large ZOMG rushes like round 24 and beyond with Ninja Mortar. May make it a bit more tough, won't kill it, but yeah, I'm slightly disappointed the price increase was in the 0.3 instead of the 0.2, but otherwise I guess I can't complain about the Mortar. Ninja Mortar as a whole, it seems like it'll do fine still, because generally Ninja Mortar users don't get a 0.3 unless your opponent forces you to, sending them camel leads, which is, I guess, a reasonable thing to do. Forces your opponent to spend $750 instead of $550 for the extra upgrade. But yeah, it's early game is still going to be pretty good. You can still use the 2-0 Mortar to your benefit along double shot. So I don't know, Ninja Mortar, it's got small touches, brought down half a notch, but it's looking like it's still pretty strong. So let's move on. I've been talking a lot about Ninja Mortar. We're gonna go to the Sniper Monkey now. Overall attack speed increased by 10%, and the supply drop 0.4 attack speed increased by 33%, which I think are actually both pretty cool buffs. Sniper Monkey is one of those towers. I did my worst tower video, and it was like almost good enough. I could use it with Dart Farm and Ninja Farm. Hell, even like Wizard Farm, I can use it pretty well. I used it better than the Glue in the Spike Factory. So an overall attack speed increase by 10% is surprisingly significant. It is going to be noticed in a tower that shoots a lot slower. Like, the change is a lot greater than a 10% change on a tower that already fires pretty quickly. So I think that's going to be kind of nice. It may give the Sniper a bit more potential on short maps like indoor pools or even fucking waddle trees. I don't know. I wouldn't mind giving Dart Farm Sniper a chance on a map like that, because I see people going Dart Farm Ace on it and being incredibly inconsistent. So Sniper Monkey may be a good alternative. Also good for grinding. A lot of people do dart farm sniper for grinding. This might make it even more comfortable to use. A 2-3 will be even more reliable against the Regal Rainbow Rush. Bring sniper to meta, doubt it, but it will be a lot more usable, which I think is good. And the 0-4 price increase is kind of nice because no one ever uses the supply drop ability, so at least it'll have some benefits. I'm curious how fast this is gonna shoot. That'll look kind of cool. See how fast we can make a sniper shoot. Hypersonic sniper again, boys? Maybe, who knows. Moving on to the Ice Tower. This is probably the most controversial of the updates, but, balance changes. Why do I keep saying updates? I guess it's an update, huh? So first one, not so controversial. Viral Frost can now pop white and zebra balloons. Minor change, giving it the bomb tower treatment. That's cool, I guess. Now this one, the Absolute Zero. Price increase from 2,000 to 3,500. That's a large change and may put a knot into a couple common strategies, mainly Wizard Farm Ice and Darkling Farm Ice. So those utilize the super cheap price of the Absolute Zero to defend BFBs and maybe Moebs. And it's wondering if this would kill off the strategies. I'd like to think they'll just make it slightly harder to defend BFBs and you'll be a little bit more drained. But the beauty of like the 0-4 Ice Tower is that generally if you had a 0-3 up, you would never, ever need to sell farm to get the ability, because you just like wait until you get 2,000, which doesn't take too long. Then you activate it, then you start defending. 3,500 may make it a bit harder for that. May make it a bit harder indeed. Slightly more difficult, but killing the strategy, I'm going to go with no on that. It's not going to change much in the strategy of Ninja Ice Village, because that strategy, it's strong, and I mean the extra 1,500. I mean, it may make a bit more difference for an eco player. Might mean having to wait one more eco boost to being able to afford it. Yeah, we'll have to see what happens to the Ice Tower. Not entirely sure. Like, it's really hard to judge. One other downside that goes unnoticed is that a lot of times, if you're on ice and your opponent sends like a huge like round 13 rush at you, and say hypothetically you just know you can't defend it. Maybe it's camo balloons, maybe it's just massive amount of regens that you just can react to at the time. What a lot of people do, they sell everything, get an Absolute Zero to freeze the balloons and slow them down, and then just counter rush and kill your opponent. This nerf will definitely impact that, because it increases the price by 1,500. Sometimes that can make all the difference in early game around round 13. So I don't think we'll be able to see that much anymore. And that was a cool part of the Ice Tower in my opinion. I liked how you could do that with the Ice Tower. So now we're going to another slow tower. From the ice to the glue gunner, and both of its 4th tiers got some buffs. So Glue Striker got a price buff. The ability, used to cost 4,000, now it costs 2,500, and 4,000 was an insanely high price for such a weak ability. It's nice to see the cost going down, but sadly I think glue overall is still pretty highly priced, so it's not like going to be used regularly. Still, if you're seeing the glue is like in random towers, and says your only camo detections, you have to get Glue Striker to, you know, pop the camo balloons. It'll be a bit more usable then. It'll be a bit easier to reach 2,500 instead of 4,000 for that ability. Next we got the Balloon Liquefier, the left side 4-0, and the splatter radius is increased by 25% and appears is increased from 6 to 10, which is kind of a minor buff. I don't think it'll pop that much more balloons. Like, I mean, sure, 6 to 10, it still doesn't do that much, because by the time you're able to afford the left side glue gun, there's so many balloons that could come at you. 10 will not put a dent in the massive balloon hordes. There'll still be some balloons that get through, so I don't think that's good. And even if you spam them, they're still really expensive. Yeah, glue is still going to be in the dumpster, because it's early game, its early upgrades are just not that great. Like, if the tower's not going to be able to pop Moebs, you gotta have its early game upgrades be super cheap. So, well, next we got the Cobra here. So, first off, overall attack speed is decreased by 10%. And the misdirection initial cooldown, so right after you buy it. It used to be 10 seconds until the ability is activated, now it's 20 seconds. So those are some pretty small touches on Cobra. Very small things. I guess maybe Ninja Kiwi's slightly worried that if Ninja Mortar gets nerfed too hard, then Cobra will be the best strategy in the game. So I guess they're giving it some small touches. No price touches though. So the attack speed upgrade, the goal I had in mind with the attack speed upgrade would be like it decreases its speed by 50% or something drastic to make it a lot easier to harass early game. Because you can just put down like a single mortar and 2 1-0 Cobras on strong, and that'll defend like pink balloons super easily. But if you like lower that attack speed, your opponent will have to invest so much more money on defending early game. Because every Cobra strategy, you buy 2 1-0 Cobras right from the get-go, then you get some splash damage to defend red balloons. And then you're kind of set for a few rounds, and you buy like a little bit more defense, maybe like a third 1-0 Cobra to defend blacks. If you decrease the attack speed enough, you're going to need a lot more Cobras, and it's going to be a lot harder to defend, and you won't be able to go eco while doing it all as well. Which will definitely put a knot into Cobra strategies. 10%, maybe it's more than we think. I mean, I was just praising the 10% increase on the sniper, right? Maybe 10% is more than I think on Cobra, but right now I'm going to say it's not going to make too much of a difference. The misdirection nerf is interesting because it means you actually have to plan it out a bit more. 10 seconds was way too short of an initial cooldown. Like, anyone with no planning at all could still place the Cobra down, and it'd be good enough to misdirect by the time the ability is ready. Maybe this time it'll make it a bit harder to misdirect, especially on shorter maps. I don't know, where could you go over on a short map? Maybe interchange? That's a semi-short map. That may make a difference. Who knows? Either way, they're just small touches. I don't think they'll break the Cobra strategy in any way, shape, or form. Alright, Banana Farm got a buff, and this one's actually surprising. So what do we got here? Banana Farm 3-0 Banana Republic. Bananas per round increased from 13 to 15. So actually, this is really cool because, you know, originally it only used to give you 13 bananas per round, and 2-0 farms for approximately the same price would give you 14 bananas per round. So it was more effective to get 2-0 farms instead of a 3-0 farm, and the 3-0 farm was only used as a stepping stone to get to the 4th tier factory. Now that it gives 15 bananas per round, it's slightly more cost effective than 3-0s. Doesn't mean you want to go straight for Banana Republic because time is... It's kind of weird to explain, but like, you want to still buy the low tier banana farms because they'll get you your money quicker than it takes to save up the 2,800, 3,200, fuck, one of those two, that it costs to get the 3rd tier. Still, it's nice, they'll be a bit more cost effective, may bring in a bit more creativity of farms. Maybe the SJB Republic spam will be meta now, who knows, we'll see. Cool buff though, I like it. Moving on to Super Monkey. So it has some price buffs. Small price buffs. The 0-0 has been decreased from the 3,500 to 3,000, and both of its range upgrades have been price buffs. So the 1st tier range upgrade has been decreased from 1,800. Epic range has been decreased from 1,500 to 1,200. Yeah, the Super Monkey is disgustingly overpriced. It's only good in the 2nd most OP strategy, so ISAB's gonna have a nut from that one. And these range upgrades are still disgustingly overpriced. There's always, you know, using Dart Farm Super Monkey and just hoping to get any semi-decent 4th tower and having that be your strategy. But with the addition of 4th towerless battle arenas, that may not be viable, as well as just the Super Monkey is not going to be that much more useful in general. Yeah, I mean, the price buffs are cool, but that's not going to make too much of a difference. Alright, Darkling gun got a price buff as well. For a part of it that basically never gets used, the Bad's ability. So that used to cost $20,000, now it costs $16,000. So $4,000 price increase. Yeah, no one ever does use the Bads, huh? Everyone goes for laser cannon and then just does laser cannon spam. I was always a fan of the Hydra rocket pods myself, but you don't want to like spam those. You only want like 1 at most because they'll just deal like, you know, a large Rigor Rainbow Rush without energy, or a, you know, ceramics from a mob. Like, that's not too bad, right? And the badge price increase or decrease, I don't see it making too much a difference. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I don't think that'll change much with the Darkling gun. It's not going to help Darkling farm ice because no one ever used the Darkling ability in the first place. Darkling farm ice is going to be hurt because the ice tower nerf, so it would be nice to see a 3rd tier Darkling gun buff, maybe, potentially. Just, you know, just a slight price buff. That's all. Alright, speaking of price buffs, we got the Heli pilot up here next, which has a lot of price buffs. It's got 4 upgrades that got price buff. So 2-0 Pursuit from 500, 3,500, good. 3-0 Razor Rotors from 1750 to 1250, good. Downdraft 03 from 2500 to 1750, good. Support Chinook from 15,000 to 7,500, and the downdraft effect of it, pushing back twice as many balloons, also good. So Heli Pilot got some early game buffs a while back. Now it's getting some of its mid game buffs. The weakest part of the Heli Pilot by far are its third tiers and its ability. Really bad, really overpriced. So these are some pretty aggressive price changes. I don't know if it'll make the tower great, but I do think the Razor Rotors and Pursuit price decreases are worth investigating, because it's not too bad right now. Like, it does area damage, and any area damage is at least somewhat useful. The Pursuits is a thing I'm glad it's been decreased, because really, I almost never put my Heli Pilot in Pursuit anymore, unless it's an Apache, and that's because, like, Pursuit just doesn't do what I want it to, and it has anti-synergy with Razor Rotors, so if I get a 3-0 and have it on, like, Follow My Mouse, it'll be a bit cheaper. So you have slightly cheaper lead and group popping power, which is nice for Heli Pilot. Downdraft's still gonna stink though, because it's not that impactful, even though it's 1750 now. Still not that great. Support Chinook, it's kind of cool, but I think it has more practicality in, like, challenge battles videos, where you just try to get as many lives as possible. I don't think you'll see people trying to get extra lives in battles, because the extra 50 lives very rarely helps you out. But still, nice to see Heli Pilot getting a little bit more love. Maybe one day it'll be, I don't know. It'll see, like, a bit more use. It'll definitely make it better as a random tower, though. Don't get me wrong. That'll be a lot more nice, or a lot nicer. Alright, moving on to the Monkey Engineer, which is a tower that's on the cusp of being good. I really like using Bloon Trap, but I guess it's currently not too popular. There's the Ninja Engineer farm strategy. Anyway, so I should get on to the changes. The service area, the range upgrade, 02, price decrease from 650 to 500, and the cleansing foam, 30, price decrease from 800 to 650. So 2 upgrades getting a $150 price buff. The range upgrade is still grossly overpriced, and it's what I think is the worst upgrade in the game. Single upgrade, even worse than Long Life Bananas. I made a video about it if you're curious. But the cleansing foam price decrease is actually kind of nice. It'll make it a bit easier to afford a Bloon Trap, and plus just the cleansing foam is what you use to pop leads. 650 is generally 1 income boost worth of money around the time you'd get it anyways. So I think you'd get it out a lot more quicker than you would in the past. It'll make it a bit more nice to use, but Bloon Trap isn't going to be too reliable. Bloon Trap, though, is a nice counter to Cobra strategies, though. So keep that in mind if Cobra ever becomes meta. You can just engineer it up, and these price buffs will definitely come in handy then. Alright, moving on to Spike Factory, which got 5 upgrades, price decreased. All the 0s to 02 price upgrades, they're slightly cheaper now. I'm not going to read them off. You can see the fucking picture here. It's a lot to read. So yeah, Spike Factory is a pretty bad tower, easily the worst in the game. I was hoping for, like, huge price buffs, because I don't think these will make too big a difference. But it's nice to see Ninja Q giving the Spike Factory some love. You know, maybe, chances are they'll probably just continue buffing it in future balance changes. So we'll have to wait a bit for the Spike Factory to be good. Now, that's enough for towers. There are some map changes. So indoor pools, it's easier to place towers in between the pools and the horizontal middle balloon path. Good. Wizard Keep has increased placement area inside and outside the main platform's path. Good. Patch has decreased the potential farm placement zones on the left side to match the right side. They don't give numbers here, but it's actually really close. You can fit 10 farms on the left side and 9 on the right, I believe. Unless you can fit, like, 11 on the left, and I somehow missed that. But, yeah, it's pretty close already, so unless they're changing by 1 or 2, they may have fucked up. Who knows? Battle River increased potential farm placement zones on the right side to match the left. I believe it was 5 farms you could fit on the left side and 4 on the right. So it's going to be 5 and 5 most likely, which is nice. And then indoor pools and Wizard Keep, you know, the extra positioning is, you know, very good. You know, maybe it'll be a bit less brain hurting to play those maps, because I can focus on actually strategy defending rather than trying to fit my fucking towers in the map. Alright, anyways. So yeah, that's all the balance changes. Quite a few of them, actually. I guess that's why it took them so long. Either that or they were mainly focusing on BTD 6. Now, before I end the video, there's a couple notable omissions that I want to talk about real quick. Just in brief. Maybe I'll talk about more in future videos. But the first one is the 4-0 chipper, the super wide funnel. Did not get touched this update. A lot of people wanted it to, myself included, and it wasn't even mentioned. So I guess because Ninja Kiwi doesn't mention omissions and the balance changes, I want to tell you the direct feedback from Ninja Kiwi and what their opinion on the upgrade is. What they are worried about, I guess, their words, not mine, paraphrasing. They're worried about if they return the Super Wide Final to its previous state, that it will again be the only powerful strategy like it was before they buffed like Ninja and stuff that nerfed it. And they are thinking like it'll even outclass Ninja Mortar, which is technically something we don't know. So I think what I want to do is actually make a mod so 4-0 Chipper can actually pop ZOMGs, see how powerful it is compared to Ninja Mortar, compared to other strategies, and use that as concrete proof. Because as much as we want to tell Ninja Kiwi like, oh yeah, just like this math that I just drawed out here, no, you gotta have concrete proof, concrete hard proof. Otherwise Ninja Kiwi's not gonna be convinced to change the Chipper upgrade. So another notable omission, at least this was something I was talking about, not too many other people talked about it besides me, but the Ice Ninja interaction is still going to be real. You're still going to be able to slow down ZOMG Bloons to 1/4 speed, giving you all the time in the world to save up money to defend any rush your opponent can send at you. Yes, the Ice Tower got, an ability price nerf, but I don't think that'll do it. It's something that, is something I brought up to Ninja Kiwi, and they said they liked it actually, which is interesting. They liked it, but it's not here. So they wanted the Ninja and Ice abilities to not stack and have, even if you have both of them, ZOMGs being slowed down by 50% speed max instead of, being slowed down to 25% speed. That'd be nice, but I guess they said they didn't have enough time to code it in, which I guess leads me to believe they're mainly focusing on BTD 6. Hopefully it'll come out another update, because I guess they're fond of the idea. It's not out of the question, but it's currently not in this update, which means I think the strongest strategy in the game is going to be Ninja, Ice, and Village. No Village touches. Ninja Monkey nerf, may hurt a bit early game. It'll hurt Eco for sure, but you could probably make up for that in Ice Tower popping power. Like, the Ice Tower will be the group popping power, the Ninja won't be so good. So I think that'll be the strongest strategy. Ninja Mortar will still be up there. And then, Dart Farms. Wizard Ice, Darkling Ice are getting a big hit. And I don't really see any new strategies, except for maybe something involving the Monkey Engineer or the Sniper Monkey on short maps. Maybe Sniper Monkey will see resurgence short maps. I'll definitely be testing that out. And otherwise, yeah, farm buff was cool. All these other buffs are safe, but, I don't mind them. It'll be nice for random trio, nice for just experimenting random towers. Yada, yada, yada. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of the balance changes. Was anything overdone? Should things have been done more? Let me know. And yeah, thanks a lot for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See ya in my live stream tomorrow. Peace out.